Back in 2018, he had bragging rights to being a threat to the king of basketball, LeBron James. The 6' 8" small forward and power forward has also reaped credibility for achieving some incredible feats in the NBA at such an early age. Most people know him for being an NBA All-Star with the Boston Celtics and for achieving some incredible feats in the NBA. You might be aware of some of his most impressive accolades, but there's still some shocking facts about Jayson Tatum that you must know. And here's the countdown. Number 10. Tatum's net worth. You can call Jayson Tatum the $25 million man because that's his estimated net worth according to Forbes. With a basic salary of $33.7 million per year today, Tatum was already getting pre-endorsement deals back in his college days. Before heading to Duke, the 6' 8" small forward and power forward played for Chaminade College Prep, where he was named Gatorade National Player of the Year. Even more, he was named to the Jordan Brand Classic, Nike Hoop Summit, and was a McDonald's All-American. Number 9. Tatum's salary. Towards the end of 2020, Tatum signed a 5-year contract extension with the Celtics. Reports show that he could be well on his way to earning about $195 million in the long term with this contract. The total earnings will depend on Tatum hitting various milestones, such as winning the MVP and making the All-NBA team. If he does not rise to the occasion, he's still set to earn a minimum of $163 million. So that means his annual salary is roughly $33 million, and in year 5 of his base salary, he will avail to $44.5 million. The exact numbers that Tatum can expect to receive with his 5-year Boston Celtics contract is as follows. It's a $163 million contract, including that $163 million being guaranteed, and an annual average salary of $32.6 million. In 2022-2023, Tatum will earn a base salary of $30.3 million while carrying a cap hit of $30.3 million and a dead cap of the same value. Number 8. Tatum was not able to hit the mark. It was just at the beginning of June, the NBA Finals 2022 Game 2, where the Boston Celtics superstar unluckily missed his target to avail of that $195 million incentive conditioned in his contract. The same was true for Game 1 against the Golden State Warriors. However, Game 1 of the NBA Finals was full of astonishments. Not only did the Boston Celtics beat the odds by pulling off a 120-108 win, but they did so regardless of an abysmal showing from leading scorer Jayson Tatum. The 3-time All-Star finished with just 12 points on 3 of 17 shooting from the floor, and went over 20 minutes in the first half without even scoring a single basket. It's being considered one of Tatum's worst shooting performances. Luckily for hardcore Celtics fans, their favorite team still outscored the Warriors by 24 points in the final frame thanks to an unyielding 17-0 run. Number 7. Tatum's sizable accolades. In 2016, Tatum was named Mr. Show Me Basketball, and he was just getting warmed up. And that same year, he was also named to the Jordan Brand Classic, Nike Hoop Summit, and as previously mentioned, he was a McDonald's All-American. He went on to play at Duke and was named to the ACC All-Freshman Team and third-team All-ACC. The following year saw his hard work pay off as he was drafted number 3 overall by the Boston Celtics. Then in 2018, Tatum was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team and was an NBA All-Star in 2020 when he also won the NBA Skills Challenge. He went on to represent his homeland on the global scale and won gold medals at the FIBA U17 and U19 World Championships. Back at the home front, he's a 3-time Boston Celtics All-Star, with superstar status being the best player on the court in the ranks with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. On top of that, Tatum won the first ever Larry Bird Trophy following the Boston Celtics Game 7 win over the Miami Heat. The trophy was given to him as Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Although he won the trophy of the legendary Celtics player Larry Bird, Tatum was sure to pay tribute to another player from another team, his personal idol and inspiration, Kobe Bryant. Number 6. Tatum and Bryant. During Game 7, Tatum wore a purple armband with Bryant's number 24 stitched in gold. It was considered a way to connect with Kobe in a spiritual way. He also sent a text to Kobe's old cell phone number with the message, "I got you today." During Game 7, Tatum was quoted saying, "Everyone knows how much Bryant means to me. He's my idol and my favorite player. Just to have something to show him in the biggest game of my career so far, and it worked out." Tatum has actually been greatly inspired by Kobe. He also wore Bryant's Lakers uniform during the NBA's 75th anniversary celebration. Number 5. The Tatum family. Jayson's father, Justin, was also a basketball player. Big surprise, right? Papa Tatum played for St. Louis University, and after his college days, he opted to take a job as a gym teacher and basketball coach at the Christian Brothers College High School in St. Louis. According to Jayson Tatum, his father was extra harsh to him over other players. As a matter of fact, Jayson was noted saying that he wanted to completely quit playing basketball almost every day due to his father's overly severe workout routine for Jayson specifically. His mother was a law graduate, also from St. Louis University, although she did practice law later. She was Jayson's heart, which compelled him to go the extra mile and commit to becoming the best in the NBA. Number 4. Tatum's loves. Since 2020, Tatum has reportedly been dating LMI. She's actually been a well-known name across the music industry long before her bonds with Jayson Tatum. The 26-year-old was born in London, England, and according to her fans, LMI shines as bright as the moon on a clear night sky. Although Jayson Tatum may have had his fair share of lovers, just like the next superstar, one woman in his life aside from his mother will never vanish, and that is his baby's mother, Tariah Lachelle. It all started during their high school days. Then their son, Jayson Christopher Tatum Jr., aka DEUCE, was born on the 7th of December in 2017 when Tatum was just 19 years old. Number 3. Tatum's son, DEUCE. Have you been watching the Celtics games in the past few years? Well, if the answer is yes, then you've surely seen this little rascal treating the NBA basketball court as his own backyard playground. As a matter of fact, chances are you've seen DEUCE Tatum in NBA press conferences as well. The boy is always by his dad's side. He's now akin to the Celtics stadium fixture, and the crowd loves to see him entertained with his adorable antics. He might as well become the Celtics mascot, but his celebrityhood brings oodles of joy to Boston. Recently, the youngster was filmed hopping around the Celtics locker room after a win. And of course, the footage went viral. When you ask Tatum about being a father, he's got one quick quote: "Nothing better than this dad shit." He went on to explain, "I think that's what it is. I just do what's natural. I'm around him every day. I think being able to go through this journey together because I was 19 when I got drafted, it's kind of like we're growing up together. As he's gotten older, I'm going through my career, sharing these moments, experiencing this together as we grow up." Number 2. Tatum's severe illness. He was fine until COVID hit. Now Jayson Tatum needs an inhaler so he can breathe properly before games due to long-term COVID symptoms. Although he made a recovery after being tested and confirmed positive for the virus, he remains vocal about the long-term effects of contracting the virus and how it's affecting his life. It raises questions about how sports leagues around the world could be damaged due to long-term effects of contracting COVID, even if they seemingly fully recovered. Unfortunately, now just in his mid-20s, thus in peak physical condition in his prime, his respiratory system will never be the same. According to Dr. Fida Shaib in a Baylor School of Medicine blog, the acute illness, when uncomplicated, will normally last about 2 to 3 weeks. Yet on the other hand, symptoms persisting beyond a month is where we are seeing more of a chronic or long-lasting effect. It was also admitted that there are numerous long-term symptoms in people who have contracted COVID, but those most concerning to athletes are a variety of cardiopulmonary issues, including persistent respiratory systems, including chest pain and shortness of breath, cardiovascular systems like fatigue, and symptoms affecting the brain like lack of focus, memory loss, or anxiety. A Baylor School of Medicine study also showed that as many as 10% of those who contracted the virus could fall victim to long-term or lifelong effects. As for Tatum, keep in mind that while he's giving 100% on the court, he's also being hindered by this lifelong illness. Number 1. Tatum's pre-game rituals. As the spotlight grows brighter on Tatum, the camera spotlight covers him more and more, and you'll see him grab his ears before every game. Well, that cute little gesture is actually something that he's been doing since his middle school days as a pre-game ritual that initiated due to his strong bond with his grandmother. On Yahoo Entertainment, he was quoted explaining, "Before every game, I look up into the stands and I find my grandma. We know to look for each other before the game. When we make eye contact, I tug on my ear and she'll do the same. It's basically something to let each other know it's time to go out there and give it my all." He continued by saying, "I've done it ever since middle school with my grandma, and it's something that's just carried over to now. It just wouldn't feel right if I didn't do it. That's just my thing. I feel like I have to do it." So next time you see him on the court, take notice, because even after 5 years in his professional career with the Celtics, he is still doing it. So which of these factoids about Jayson Tatum are the most shocking to you? Comment down below.